Hey everyone, welcome to In the Know. My name is Reeves, and this is a Reeves story. I didn't plan on having these two options, and these are two great options, but I couldn't figure out how to do either one. Now, mind you, as an aside, I could have probably easily gotten out of the military, gone to law school, and then came back in. But the way I looked at it is, and that probably could have been a thought, but in my mind, I kept thinking as one door closes, another one opens. I didn't want to just go out and then come back in. My thought was, my path got me here into the military to follow this path. I could easily control it and come back in this way, but I didn't want to do that. My thing was, if my path was going to take me this way, in the legal way, and whatever opportunity presents itself, that's the way I was going to go. If the Navy presented this way, boom, this is the way I was going to go. So here I am in a quandary, and let me just tell you how crazy it was. I had like a month to make a decision. Yeah, I mean, seriously, I had a month to make a decision, because what ended up happening was my orders in where I was stationed was supposed to run out. Listen, it was supposed to run out in December of 1998. I got these new orders in like April of 98. So they had all these schools that they wanted to send me to. So I had like 3 or 4 different schools that I had to go to before I got on the ship. So I got the orders early so they could start sending me to these schools. And then the same thing with law school, especially Florida State. I had to tell them if I was coming in April of 1998. So that this way, if I wasn't come, they could give it to another spot. So I'm like, here I am with my school of choice telling me you're on the wait list, now you're no longer off the wait list. So you've got a set amount of time to tell us when you're gonna come, and if you are, because if you don't, we're gonna relinquish your spot. And then the Navy is telling me, if you don't, take these orders and make it do what it do, you need to tell us something, because we need to get somebody to take your spot. So here I am in a situation where it's a good thing. We like to say, it's a good problem to have. But for me, it was a nightmare problem to have, because I wanted both. And let's be clear, I did not anticipate the lawyers thing, to be honest. I knew I was going to go to school later. And I always had this mental thing where I'd always told myself I wanted to get all my degrees before I was 30. That was just kind of a thing, because I was like, I didn't want to be somebody who was in their 40s or their 50s going back to school. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get it all out of the way so that the rest of my career I could enjoy doing whatever the hell I want to and not have to worry about school. Well, guess what? Going to law school is going to give me that opportunity. So here I am, stuck in this unique quandary where I'm like, okay, what do I do? Well, if you're like most people, you turn to the people you care for. And so, my wife at the time, she was aware of the options, and so she was very supportive. But I didn't talk to a lot of people, to be very honest. I kept it very quiet. I didn't really, because I just did not know what I should do. So I went and I spoke to my mom, and I remember telling my mother both of these decisions, and I still remember her words that resonate with me even to this day. She laughs when I tell her. When I was telling her, I said, Mom, these are my 2 scenarios. I don't know what to do. And I still remember her saying this quote. She said, well, I can't tell you what to do, but let me just tell you this. Whatever decision you make the right decision, not the safe one. And at that particular point, I took a step back and I realized, okay, I think I see what she's saying. And it's funny because years later, she was like, I didn't tell you got the military. I didn't tell you to go to law school. I'm just saying that just take the safe part of the decision making out of the equation. If you're doing a decision because you think it's safe, then it may not be the right decision. The safe decision was I was already in the military. I was already going to a ship. But I had always told myself, when I got into undergrad, when I got into graduate school, I wanted to get a doctorate. And I always said I wanted to make sure I did it before I was 30 so I could have all my degrees out my way. Everything I'd asked for, I could hope for. I applied for law schools. I took the LSAT, I took the prep course, took the LSAT. I got admitted to law school. Not only did I get admitted to law school, I got admitted to law school that I wanted to go to.